Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and the author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. So, if you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome Robin Waite to our Goal Busting podcast today. Now, Robin is a dynamic public speaker, author, and international business coach with over 20 years of entrepreneurial experience. He has a passion for helping others succeed and reach their full potential, and Robin's energy and enthusiasm are contagious. His coaching approach combines creativity with logical, analytical, and objective thinking to help clients see their businesses in a fresh light. Throughout his career, he's worked with over 1,000 business owners, delivering workshops and masterclasses on marketing, product architecture, pricing, and more. He also has the best first name in the industry. Robin, welcome to Goalbusters.
It's great to be here, Robin. And yes, absolutely, we have the best name.
Yes, you do. Yes, definitely. Whereabouts are you, Robin?
Based in Stroud, Gloucestershire, so southwest of the UK for those people outside of England.
Yes, indeed. And I'm even more southwester than you. I'm down here in Torquay. So, yeah, but definitely
Wonderful.
I'll wave and you can tell me in about 10 minutes whether or not you saw the wave. Don't think it works.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm waving. Okay, no, that's not going to work. Shall we do the questions?
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. So, Robin, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
So I mostly work with coaches, consultants, and freelancers, essentially grassroots business owners who are trying to do something special on their own, but are really struggling to articulate their value around their offer. So probably leads you into your next question, I would imagine, Robin.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you for the lead. Yes, definitely. Yes, which is, what is the problem that you solve, Robin?
So most of those coaches and consultants, they typically are incredibly bright people, get amazing results for their own clients. But one of the biggest challenges they've got is they're rushing around like busy fools, wondering where all the money is at the end of the month. And part of their challenge is that they are typically charging hourly rates or day rates. So they charge based on the thing which they do, but instead they should be charging based on the amazing results and outcomes which they get for their clients. And I guess their biggest problem with or challenge with that is that they struggle to articulate that value, so that they really struggle to tell people, they feel like they're almost being too brash and too arrogant if they're there shouting about these amazing results which their clients get. And actually, at the end of the day, for the humble sort of coach or consultant or freelancer, take the average web designer. Yes, they might be great at building websites and making things HTML standards compliant and doing SEO and all those good things. But ultimately, what their clients want are, visitors to their website, leads and inquiries to come in, and for that to then convert into business. And so all of the people I work with, we get them to that point where we packaged up their offer, and essentially they're able to increase their prices as a result of that, because it's all based on the outcomes.
Brilliant. So, bit of a cheeky question this then to ask right after you've divulged everything that you provide as a service, but what is one valuable free action that our audience could implement that would help them to start working on and solving that problem?
So the first, so there's this notion around productizing services, which not many people sort of get. So a lot of people will compare themselves to others when they're trying to select hourly rates. But when you want to package up a service, there's 3 criteria that you've got to use in order to package up that offer. So the first one I kind of touched upon is what is the dream outcome or result you deliver for your clients? You've got to be able to identify and articulate what that is. The second thing, though, is can it be delivered over a fixed period of time? And then the third thing, can you ascertain a fixed fee for that? So in terms of the free thing which somebody can do is they can just start by packaging up their or repackaging up their existing offer. So again, you take that humble web designer who maybe charges £50 or $50 an hour to build a website, and their billable hours, maybe it takes them 20 hours. Well, they need to get comfortable first and foremost, saying the big number effectively, actually positioning their amazing lead gen websites for $1,000 and selling it as a package. When I've noticed that when people get comfortable saying that big number, it's like a light switch goes on for them, and they're like, oh right, so actually it's not about what I do, it's about the fact that we build these websites, it's for a fixed fee, and we deliver these websites within 30 days, and then it starts to generate leads for their clients. And at that point, there's this process which we go through, and I'm skipping over a lot of stuff here because we only have a very short space of time. But we have a look at their sort of money story, the arguments that used to happen in their household around money, and figure out what attachments they've got to money and wealth and value as a whole. So we have to unpack some of that in order to get to a point whereby we can then give them the confidence to start raising their prices. So the idea is once they get comfortable saying that big number, we're going to escalate that, we're going to elevate it. And the thing is, what most people don't know about pricing, that it operates across two modalities. So first of all, when we try and set our prices, we try and solve it intellectually with this. And that's helpful to a point. But when 90% of buying decisions are based on emotions, the subconscious, and how we feel about that investment, we should be paying a bit more attention to that. So I go through this pricing auction with clients. So we future pace it. So we look at, well, in let's say 12 months time, could you be charging $5,000 for these websites instead of 1,000? And normally they go, yeah, I think I could. And then we agree that maybe $1,000 is too cheap. And that's what we want at this moment, is just this. We're not going to set a new number just yet, but we just want to accept that, yeah, we're a bit cheap and we could raise it. And then we start raising the number. We go $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. And then they get that gut reaction. So that's the subconscious taking over now. And it's not about this. And I like people to play just outside their comfort zone. So we might say, okay, well, the next 10 people, go and pitch 10 people at $2,000. And I can pretty much guarantee you'll close like 2, 3, or 4 of them. And I've gone through this process now with hundreds of business owners, and there's only 3 that it's not worked for. And what I do is I have a bet with clients. I say, if you pitch 10 and you close none, and you can prove to me, document that process, I'll be your first customer at that new price because I believe in you. And when somebody else, when they sell themselves on the idea, and then somebody else has enough faith in them that they would commit to it, it's all of a sudden their confidence just shoots through the roof and they start to raise their prices.
Fantastic. Wow, you packed so much into that. I feel like I should be paying you for your time, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to move on to the next question, which is, now that we have a better understanding of what you do, let's dive briefly into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve their business goals. So could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, please?
There's a fantastic book called Measure What Matters. I forget who the author is, but in it, they talk about something called OKRs, objective and key results. And the example they used was back in the day when Intel were trying to corner the chip manufacturing market. They created this notion, this thing called Operation Crush, which was to crush 2 of their biggest competitors. And they did it around achieving 2 key results, which was to double the speed of the processors in 12 months, i.e. Moore's Law. And then second to that, also outsell their competitors in terms of volume of chips per order that they were selling at. So I've taken this notion of OKRs, and now we encourage our clients to kind of build on that as well. Create a very manual process. This is one of my OKRs, Operation Pod Blast. And then my goal was to book and guest on 30 podcasts in 90 days. I stretched that, and then I stretched it again, and I continued to do it. And it's just that simple process of just having a physical way of monitoring your process with specific key results, that when you achieve it, you know you've achieved something great and the operation is complete.
Absolutely. And speaking of Operation Complete, we're nearly out of time, but I've still got one question left, which is, what should I have asked you today, Robin, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
So there isn't a question as such with this, but I have an answer for your question without a question, if that makes sense. So there is an idea that everybody has that has been rumbling around for several months or years. And I would encourage you, I'm one of those people that is very binary. I like to know whether the idea is going to work or not. So if you have that idea and it's annoying you because you're procrastinating on it for too long, then as Nike would say, JFDI, because then at least you know whether it's going to be a success or not.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Perfect. Wonderful. So you really did pack in a lot there. And you warned me before we started that you were going to, and you delivered. My goodness, you delivered. Fantastic. Wonderful. Excellent material. So what I'm really excited about now to ask you is, how can people get hold of you? And also, is there like a valuable free resource that they could get from you that it would be a very good way of them connecting with you that way as well? They could start going through your material and see
Yeah,
if they're a
absolutely.
good
So
fit.
the two best ways are going to be LinkedIn. So go and connect with me. And if they've got any questions about this chat that we've just had, like by all means, jump on there, jump into the messages and ask them. YouTube, I share a couple of videos each month just on some of these topics around pricing and productization and sales and things like that as well. So find the YouTube channel. But free resource, shameless plug now time, Robin. There you go. Snap. We've got the
I'm
same
showing him.
one.
I've got one anyway. He's already sent me one. Go on.
So I've got a small stack of signed copies ready to send out to some of your wonderful listeners or viewers for this if it's going out on video. So if you'd like a copy of that, and it's on me, postage and everything, ship it anywhere in the world, go to fearless.biz/TYS for Take Your Shot.
Excellent. And just for people that can't see the video, it is actually called Take Your Shot, How to Grow Your Business, Attract More Clients and Make More Money. And I've been reading it all week. It's actually not very long, but I'm very busy, so I had to read it in the nooks and crannies. It is absolutely excellent, and I thoroughly recommend it, and it's a very generous offer. Thank you so much, Robin.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, and we will be putting the link that you've mentioned there on the video and in also all the links that go with the podcast as well. Robin,
Fabulous.
It's been a pleasure meeting myself, or at least my namesake.
Likewise.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. You really packed it in today, a lot of value, and I really appreciate you sharing with us today. Robin Waite, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, and bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate, and review it on your favorite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.